everybody. My name is Chris Wood. I live in Tynanega. I am 52 years old, and I am a full physical identity theft victim, complements of human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, O.p.p Chief, year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler. Staff Sergeant, years 2019, 2021, Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward, Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Huffner, Robert Kane, 7224, Spencer Mills, 14716. They are all guilty of human trafficking, sex slavery, trafficking, torture crimes, kidnapping, sex assaults, false arrest refusals, stalking, kidnapping, my identity theft, and attempted murder. When people disappear, it is through Ontario Provincial Police. Full physical skull deforming, body mutilations, medical blacklisting through criminal doctors at Lennox and Addington County General Hospital. Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, name and file falsifier, girlfriend to Stacy. I am the victim of slave trafficking, full physical identity theft, full skull deforming through a homosexual stalker who is the boss to Ontario Provincial Police. He has many alias names: Bill Wooldridge, Bill Cooldridge, Stephen Mavis, James Bubbles, Robert Cross, 149 Center Street North. He is allegedly Hells Angels Ontario chapter captain. He is guilty of stalking and murdering my mother in 2020. Blair Frederick Hardy, who is guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit identity fraud. He is a meth head. He is highly obsessed. He is a homosexual. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of financial thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, old age pension frauds, and multiple murders for Ontario Provincial Police. Jason Gimpy Two-Step Van Alstyne is guilty of my identity theft with the intent to commit identity fraud, guilty of torture, guilty of stalking, guilty of murder, attempted murder with the intent to commit identity, insurance, and disability frauds. Tyler T. Baglake, he is guilty of torture. He's guilty of stalking and He's guilty of killing my dog. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft. He is a Robert Kane, rat informant, Ontario Provincial Police, boyfriend, and also guilty of attempted murder. Bert the Hitman Hustler is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. He is an ex NHL hockey player for the Philadelphia Flyers, Hartford Whalers. Sex slave trafficker, guilty of injuring, guilty of being involved with my identity theft and attempted murder. Robert Berry, he is a sex slave trafficker. He's bald, glasses, crowbar mustache, approximately 6'3", 6'5", lives on Bridge Street in Napanee. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is a pedophile and a possible serial killer. He is a truck driver, him and his boyfriend, Robert. There is Raymond LeGlow, who is a child groomer. He lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria in Napanee, Ontario, on the corner of Bridge and East Street. He is guilty of criminal stalking. He is a child groomer, a sex slave trafficker. He's guilty of torture, and he's guilty of attempted murder. Dale Hartwick, who is guilty of attempted murder, my identity theft with the intent to commit identity fraud, and murder for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his ex-wife or wife's boyfriend. That's right. And for free speed from O.p.p, his boyfriend, Anthony Tony Axel Rose Hearns, who is guilty of attempted murder, guilty of torture, guilty of sex assaults, guilty of attempted paralyzing me, and guilty of attempted murder with the intent to commit for O.p.p. He is also involved with my identity theft as well. Full skull deforming, full brain injuring, full body mutilations, the lies, the time buying, the cover ups, arrest refusals, false arrest, criminal doctors is how O.p.p are committing their crimes and having them covered up along with the justice of the peace. Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, name and file falsifier, medical blacklister. Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Hadley, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, ex CEO Cubbyduck, and patient relations Aaron Brown are all criminally negligent, involved in co committing and covering up crimes for themselves, for the hospital, and for the doctors with intent, having victims falsely charged to prevent anything legal on them, using their badges, positions, credentials, their lies, their time buying, and everything else. Damage is done. You got away with killing my mother. You got away with my full physical identity theft with help when people are disappearing. It is O.p.p, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. Congratulations, Hardy Lake, Van Alstyne, and the rest of you cocksuckers. You did it. You stole my fucking identity, and I'm not taking a fall because you are fucking fall down homos and you are bend over pieces of shit above the law who O.p.p cannot and will not touch. Blair Hardy, one way or another, I'm gonna see you locked up, you fucking cocksucker. Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne, and Robert Cross, along with Dale Hartwick and Anthony fucking Hearns, Tyler Lake, and Bert the Hitman Hustler. You are pieces of shit garbage. You are human traffickers. You are sex offenders, sex slave traffickers, and you are guilty of ending the Wood bloodline by doing this to me because you are homosexual lowlife meth heads. Back in 2019, I was shot by ex-O.p.p chief, and it began, and then having me medically blacklisted while I am going through this to prevent help. How when people are disappearing. Spencer Mills 14716, Robert Kane 7224, Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward, Stacy the mental health workers, Shelley Hafner, staff sergeants, ex-O.p.p chief. They are all very seriously dangerous, whether this is seen or not. And each and every one of these cops are guilty of murder for Van Alstyne, Hartwick, Lake, Hearns, Hardy, Waldridge, Cross. They are all guilty of all crimes to me. Hit my like, share, subscribe, and please share this because it's very serious and important. I've been going through this for 5 years because of me speaking of O.p.p crimes, and now my mother was murdered, my dogs were tortured and killed, and my identity theft is done. I have no feeling in my head or my face, the mutilations and damages to my body while being kept from help. Like I said, when people are disappearing, it is Ontario Provincial Police in Napanee, Ontario, and their serial killing cops.